That I was wrong about that, and for that, I'm sorry. All right?
CM Punk and Seth Rollins heated brawl kicks off Monday Night Raw in Boston. WWE's weekly episode of Monday Night Raw returned on December 16th in Boston, Massachusetts. The show was hosted live at the TD Garden Arena and featured all the fallout from the Saturday night's main event that went down last week in New York. The show started with a CM Punk promo where he called out Seth Rollins in front of the crowd. The latest Raw episode also featured 2 title bouts. First up, the fans witnessed Bron Breakker defend his WWE Intercontinental Championship against Ludwig Kaiser. Finally, the main event saw the Judgment Day square off against the War Machines in a WWE World Tag Team Championship match. The show started with CM Punk talking about how he kept thinking about Seth Rollins ever since their last altercation. The Second City Saint admitted that it was only a matter of time before he faced Rollins in the ring. He then ignited more fire to the feud by asking the crowd if the ex-World Heavyweight Champion was tougher than Drew McIntyre. Soon, a CM Punk chant broke out, and moments later, Rollins emerged from the crowd. He reminded Punk that he had more WrestleMania main events than him. This statement was enough to get the Chicago star out of the ring before engaging in a brawl. Referees had to intervene to take control of the situation. The remaining members of the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, were seen arriving at the TD Garden. Rey Mysterio walked out of the locker room and said that they weren't allowed there. Kingston couldn't believe Mysterio's words, but the wrestling veteran claimed they had crossed the line with Big E. He further said Kingston and Woods must find another place to change. Woods said they didn't want to share the locker room with the rest of the stars anyway, and walked away. CM Punk vs. Seth Rollins match now has an official date in WWE. CM Punk vs. Seth Rollins is finally confirmed. The December 16th episode of Raw began with a CM Punk promo. The Second City Saint challenged Rollins to come out and have an exchange of words with him. However, when the Messiah finally came out, things turned heated. With a brawl all over the arena, management and security were finally able to separate the former WWE champions from each other. With their animosity bursting out, both Punk and Rollins continuously threw hands at each other. Dr. Chris Featherstone's previous report about Punk and Rollins main eventing Raw's January 6th Netflix premiere has now been proven true. Although the main event status of the match was not confirmed, Raw general manager Adam Pearce later officially announced the huge bout. A match in the making for years, Punk and Rollins share a long history. The last time the two stalwarts faced each other was on December 30th, 2013, when the former AEW star picked up the victory over Seth Rollins. Fans will now finally get to witness Punk against Rollins after a wait of almost 11 years. Former WWE star dismisses CM Punk's infamous reputation. In an interview with Monty and the Pharaoh, former WWE star and Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel defended CM Punk's reputation. Sharing how Punk had always helped him, Axel heaped praises on his previous new Nexus leader. "He does get a bad rap. He helped me out a lot. I'm friends with him. We've been boys. We've had battles, bad battles, all over the world. He's been nothing but a help for me. I know where people can say he has a bad reputation because of his attitude, but you kind of have to have that with this industry. You have to have that don't give a hell about whatever, and you just go and do you. If you don't have self-confidence and I'm better than you, then you're going to fail. Punk has always had that. I have nothing but respect for him. He's helped me. I would love to fight him again. We've had some battles. We're both Heyman guys." The December 16th edition of WWE Raw at TD Garden in Boston saw multiple huge title matches and moments that have begun to build the hype for 2025. CM Punk and Seth Rollins once more came to blows as they agreed to a match on the Raw premiere on Netflix on January 6th. The War Raiders dethroned the Judgment Day with some help from Damian Priest, completing their long journey back to the World Tag Team Championship. Rhea Ripley told Liv Morgan that she was the new #1 contender to her Women's World Championship, setting the stage for their third battle for the title. Bron Breakker put on another show-stealing performance in his successful defense of the Intercontinental Championship against Ludwig Kaiser. This was a wild night of action highlighted by a much-needed title change on the road to Raw on Netflix. The battle lines have been drawn in WWE, and much of it stems from where talents stand with the bloodline. Seth Rollins already denounced CM Punk, but the best in the world choosing to work with Roman Reigns at Survivor Series. War Games last month has further pushed the Visionary to hate Punk. This feud is intensifying, and it seems Rollins may have more in common with Drew McIntyre than Sami Zayn these days. This sets up perfectly for the Visionary to turn heel when his friends choose the Second City Saint over him. This might eventually even push Rollins, McIntyre, and Kevin Owens together. Three men whose motivations closely align. Rollins has spent enough time as one of WWE's leading baby faces, and the top of the card is getting crowded. He's not quite as over as he once was and would find greater success embracing a darker side. Rollins versus Punk. To kick off 2025, WWE's Monday Night Raw program will officially be moving to Netflix. A new match in the form of CM Punk versus Seth Rollins has been added to the January 6th program. Starting the December 16th Raw was an appearance from Punk, and soon entering the picture was Rollins. Their exchange of words led to a brawl between the two sides that made its way across the ringside and floor seats area. Later in the show, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce confirmed the match between Punk and Rollins for the Netflix premiere show. It'll be their first singles match since December 2013, which saw Punk get the win. Both Punk and Rollins will be present at the Raw on Netflix press conference on December 18th. As of this writing, here's the updated lineup for the January 6th, 25 show. One of the most highly anticipated matches in recent memory has officially been confirmed. Raw's debut on Netflix just got bigger. Roman Reigns is already scheduled to fight Solo Sikoa in Tribal Combat. Now, it's been confirmed that CM Punk and Seth Rollins are set to go one-on-one during the explosive premiere of WWE's flagship show on the streaming giant. General Manager Adam Pearce confirmed the match on Raw after Punk and Rollins had an explosive brawl to open the show. The two rivals exchanged heated words before throwing hands. Punk and Rollins could not be separated as the two continued fighting throughout the TD Garden in Boston. Now, they will finally get their hands on each other in the ring during what is already becoming a stacked card for WWE Raw's debut on Netflix. The rivalry between CM Punk and Seth Rollins has been heating up over the past few weeks, and this Monday night on Raw, it just got to another level. Punk kicked off Raw, and given how his previous appearances had gone, he anticipated Rollins to interrupt him at some point. In fact, he was actively looking to get the Visionary to come out. Seeing as his efforts were not working, he prompted the TD Garden crowd to do what Seth hates the most, and that's hearing a CM Punk ring through howl.